Read the news, and there's a lot to be upset about this holiday season. War, inflation, climate crisis, rising rents, global hunger, the rise of the far right, and so much more.
The capitalist system isn't capable of solving these crises. It's designed for the billionaires to profit off of catastrophe. The world's 10 richest men more than doubled their fortunes during the pandemic, while working people's incomes fell.
As a recession looms, many companies are now raising their prices beyond just covering inflationary costs, simply for the sake of making profit off of a crisis yet again.
Something has to give, but too often, progressive politicians and union leadership refuse to take on the political establishment.
And this lack of leadership leaves a wide vacuum for far-right ideas to grow. We urgently need a socialist strategy to fight back. In order to really change anything, to stop the war, to reverse climate catastrophe, to create a livable, just world for all, we need to take on the billionaire class, and that's the fight of a lifetime.
Socialist Alternative is a national organization in solidarity with our international sister organizations across 35 countries on every continent, fighting in our workplaces, communities, and campuses against the exploitation and injustices of the capitalist system. This has been a year packed full of struggle for our organization and for working people everywhere. Right off the heels of building a massive fight to defeat the right-wing, billionaire-backed recall of City Council member and Socialist Alternative member Shama Sawant, we immediately launched into action to rebuild a fighting labor movement, energetically joining the fight to organize Starbucks, then Amazon, and more.
We've organized walkouts and coffee chains like Darwin's Coffee. We've stood with Amazon workers outside their warehouse gates, convincing more workers to join the fight for a union. And we've joined workers on countless picket lines across the country.
Against the backdrop of this upsurge in labor organizing, the Supreme Court dealt a crushing blow to abortion rights in the United States by overturning Roe v. Wade. In city after city, Socialist Alternative organized protests and occupations to demand a reversal of the court's decision. We won important victories, turning Seattle into an abortion sanctuary city and Dane County, Wisconsin into a sanctuary county, protecting those seeking abortions from prosecution.
Our movement won in Wisconsin in spite of it being a trigger ban state with a draconian 173-year-old abortion ban. The protest may have ebbed, but the fight for a socialist feminist future hasn't ended. We're facing continued attacks against our bodily autonomy, from abortion bans to attacks on trans youth, and Socialist Alternative is committed to fighting all of these aggressions.
A key part of building the struggle for a socialist future is political education. If we hope to win anything, we need the right strategy. That's why we produce a monthly newspaper with a socialist analysis of current events to put that strategy into the hands of working people. Our paper is written by and for people on the forefront of the struggle, whether they're at a picket line, a protest, or just looking for answers to the complicated situation around us. And that's why we hosted a Socialist Alternative Summer School this year, our first in-person event of its kind since the start of the pandemic, and our largest educational event yet, with over 300 of our members attending.
Immediately after concluding our summer school, Socialist Alternative branches turned to universities, community colleges, and high schools across the country for a student recruitment drive. Young people are absolutely key to the fight for socialism, but they're being bombarded with reasons to give up. From doomerist ideas that say the world's beyond fixing, to the viral misogyny of figures like Andrew Tate. We talked to students about how a better world is possible, and convinced many of them to get organized.
All of this work requires resources. And up against the limitless cash that billionaires can throw around to try to block struggle, we have to be serious about fundraising for our fight against them.
Socialist Alternative is financially independent from the Democrats and NGOs. We're entirely financed by member dues and grassroots donations from working people.
This holiday season, join the Socialists in a fight for a better world. Sign up to become a supporter of Socialist Alternative with a monthly donation. If you sign up as a supporter for at least $10 a month before January 1st, we'll send you a free 1-year subscription to our newspaper so you can get a Marxist analysis and fighting strategy delivered straight to your mailbox or email. Whatever you can give to support our work makes a huge difference. Join us today by following the link in the description and becoming a supporter.